Hello, I don't even know if I've talked about this crystal, but if I have, apologies. But I'm going to talk about it again, I think, or maybe not. Ooh, I was reminded by a lovely soul last week, was it the week before? And they said, "Do you remember gifting me a Larvikite?" And I went, "Oh yeah, it's like it kind of looks like labradorite. It kind of like or the glaze of a moonstone. It's beautiful, and I think it's from Norway. I think, uh, but I've got some here, and I've had some. I've had these for a while now, and I thought, oh, I'll get them out for a reason. Why I was reminded. Um, Looking back on the days where I did rituals where they were purely flower uh, ceremonies. So it was like a ritual. When you say ritual now, everybody thinks it's demonic. They've taken evil takes good and utilizes it, and I got that. I did a video about Brandon. He's 33, and people say, "Oh, Mark, you know nothing about numbers. It's a good number." I get it completely. I get it, and I apologize. Sorry, guys. You're right. It is a beautiful number. So is 13. Magnificent, powerful, amazing, strong, powerful number. I get it. I get it. I get it. Love you and apologise. I will not slander or mock or ridicule no more. I'm sick of it. Everybody's doing it. So come on, man. Be a better soul. Oh, where were you? You were. Larvikite for me brings back memories of circle nights and when we were dealing with deep, heavy stuff. I remember one particular night that we did on a Tuesday night, and it was a night where I said, I just put the message out, anybody who feels that they're struggling with bad thoughts which might not be of their own. I never used to say demonic. I never used to say entities. I used to say trapped spirit. It feels better. It sounds better. And it's true. It's trapped in so many ways. Okay. You might not at all, but there is demonic. Yeah. But let's not put too much power and emphasis into it because it's easy to clear. So this crystal served a really fantastic role, and it made a massive difference in the room. So I don't know what other people say about this crystal, but for me, it's very, very powerful. It's very similar to Mositsit. So it's got the energy that repels and pushes away very dark energies. So I'm just going to show it you. It's a kind of grey-black, and yeah, I've had different colours. There's a kind of blue tinge to it, and it almost looks like like I said, it's that beautiful I can't think of. Yeah, I think it's just them two really. Moonstone, it's got that colour of moonstone. There's other crystals that have that kind of shine as well, but yeah, it's beautiful. And labradorite, it's just that wow, it's beautiful. So it's really hard to see, but when you come up close and turn it and move it, oh my god, it's beautiful. But for me, it worked in a way that, I don't read the books about it. I just use it and see what happens. So I found it fascinating when I put it on like a child's neck, and she couldn't sleep on a night. She was having night terrors in the sense of what is in the room, and it was it was ghost spirits. And after that, it was fine. So there's a kind of energy of repelling of dark, heavy. You want to call it demonic, it's up to you, but there are very heavy energies out there. This is a beautiful crystal to give it a try. Give it a try, see what happens. It worked in ceremonies for me, flower rituals, blessings, anything that I used to do, it was like cleansing and clearing. I'm going to give you one great example of this crystal. There were 3 particular crystals, maybe 4 I used at this particular night, and they were actually sat down on the floor. And I actually write about it in my book. I was actually wearing a piece of this, and when the lady sat down, the entity didn't come into the circle, which was very normal, and it sat, the entity went and sat exactly where she was sat down, which always tells me the same thing as when I'm healing people. If you're in the energy that you're working with love and healing, what happens is the spirit world can vibrate at that frequency and come into your energy. If you're a nasty, horrible, bitter, or even if you're sad, depressed, feeling guilty, or even if you've got grief of a loved one, that sometimes is such a heavy energy that can make it easy for entity or dark energy or demonic energy to be in that energy, because that's the energy they want from you. They feed from that. Makes sense if you think about it. So, where was it? Sweden. It might have been Sweden, right? So, like, everybody's in the room. People have come from all over the place. So I've got the room ready, and I saw this one woman, and I thought, this is going to be a difficult night. I could feel attachments to this woman so bad. Anyway, it came to her, and she was like going crazy. That wasn't her. It was the entity trying to stop her. And she wanted to, but she was angry. And anyway, she ended up coming in. And as she came in, the entity just moved and went over there. So I ran over with all sorts of stuff, spraying and whacking and cleansing and clearing. And everybody's looking at me thinking, what the friggin' hell's he doing? I was actually trying to clear the entity away and get it away. So yeah, I've skipped and jumped all around here. Some people like the story. Some people just say, get on with it and talk about the crystal. So yeah, there you go. It's here. It's from Norway. I hope you love it. I think it's fantastic for cleansing, clearing, protection. Fantastic for protection. Great for changing paths, changing your way. And it's a great crystal of change. So whatever you're doing, if you want to change and make a difference, make a difference in change, and oh, I don't like what I did there, I'm going to do something else. Try it, because it's that energy. Black and grey for me is like, it's time to change. It's time to move on, and yeah, don't hold onto painful things that you may have done or somebody may have done to you. It's time to change and let it go, move forward. And this is what this crystal does. So absolutely number one for me, not for anybody else, but for me, it is one of the crystals that I would have gone to if I was doing heavy cleansing of demonic entity, trap spirit work. So great to wear for that. So that's number one. Number two, it is a great energy of uplifting, protection, cleansing and clearing. Absolutely on mind, body and spirit. So yeah, that's it. That's how I would look at this crystal for sure. And great for change. You want to change, you're unhappy with what you've done, you don't like what you're doing anymore, you want to change and kind of let go of the past. This, I think, is a good crystal for that. So there you go. Wonderful. I hope you like it. I've got only a few pieces, but go to your local crystal store, support them, and ask for a piece of this. So yeah, love it. Have a great day.